When it came to like the Solana education, back then, I think that's like where the chewing glass meme actually stemmed from, because there was literally little to zero documentation that exists. So it was at the part where I was trying to do something like very trivial. I think it was just like to send a custom instruction, and there was like no documentation on it whatsoever. And it kind of baffled me to say, like, this is surely the entry point. How can there be no documentation around this? So I went into the Discord, I believe, and asked, how does this actually work? And fortunately at the time, Chase was there, and he didn't send me any documentation because docs never existed, but he sent me a repo link that almost like showcased a program and how that particularly works. So then I took that and I was like, oh yeah, this is actually what I was looking for. I didn't really need like step-by-step guide on how to do it, just an example of how it could be done. So from there, this was like, I actually remember the day, it was a Friday. This was around like 3 a.m. my time. So I took it, I was so excited, worked on it, and then I decided to write documentation on it to help others, because again, it was just something that was so trivial to do. So then I sent the documentation I wrote in the Discord, and Chase was like, oh, is this something that you just did? I was like, yeah, because I thought like this is a resource that other people would need. And I think that's kind of where the connection started.
Yeah.
And over the weeks, I just continued to, as I was learning, created documentation as well. And that's where kind of like Chase pulled me in and said, hey, we see you doing, all of this cool stuff. We see you writing about the tech. Almost like, do you want to come on board part-time to do exactly this? And for me, it was a no-brainer because I was learning anyway. So it's not like I was going out of my way to do this. It was just something that I was doing naturally. Yes, I kind of just almost fell into it that way, just by earnestly contributing back into the ecosystem.
Well, this is what I say to everyone. And all of the people that I've spoken to often have similar stories where if you're looking to get a job in Web3, you need to just go and do stuff and be part of the community, right? And be someone that's involved and someone that people can look at that's maybe looking to hire and be like, wow, this is someone that's proactive and they've just gone and done something, and that's amazing. And that's how many people get hired. Like, we certainly look for people, and we encourage people to do that. And yeah, it's often, people are like, oh, can I get a job in X place? And it's like, well,
okay,
what have you done?
What have you done? Exactly.
Like, show us, are you part of the community? No. Do you know what we're doing? No. You're never going to find a role that way.